What's up, Tree Laners? The OG Tree Lane here, and today I want to bring a special video. This is a topic I want to talk about. You probably heard of it. It's the Twitch Rivals Hearthstone Gold Rush Challenge. So this is basically a challenge to any Twitch streamer out there who streams Hearthstone. And I'm not gonna go in depth into the rules. I'm just gonna put us on the same page right here. So they have 15 days, that is October 17, which is today, all the way to October 31st to win 5,000 gold on their account. Whoever does that first or gets closer within the 15 days will win $15,000. The second place will win 7,000 and the third place will win 3,000. So that's a total of 25 grand up top for the top three. And it is all pretty cool and dandy. It sounds really nice, but I did the math, I crunched the numbers, and it's not as good as it looks. It might be fun for us to watch, but it's not gonna be a fun grind ahead for them. Let me go in depth into the numbers to show you why. So first off, let's talk about the one-time beginner quests. So when they have to do this on a new account, right? They cannot use an account they had before. So there's 700 gold just for completing a couple of tasks, which are pretty easy. If you unlock every hero, you get 100 G. 3 games in play mode or arena, that's 100 G, pretty easy. Defeat every hero in expert AI, that's another 100. Collect every card in the basic set, that's 100. You get that just by leveling every hero to level 10. And win 100 games in any mode, that's 300. So that's 700 just for beginner quests. There are some other quests that I decided to speak about them as hard mode quests. These are win 1,000 games in any mode, which requires a lot of time but it's doable, and collecting every card in the classic set once. This includes a lot of legendaries, and you cannot put money into this challenge, so this is just impossible. This cannot be done within the 15-day span which they get. So the total is actually 1,000, supposing you do the 1,000 games in any mode, which is possible because you can just fight the AI 1,000 times and win pretty fast, pretty easy. It takes time, but you can do that. And now that's 1,000 gold only for beginner quests. Now this is where it starts getting interesting, right? They have 15 days. You can win up to 100 gold daily. That's 3 wins. 3 wins takes you to 100 gold, which is 30 wins a day. And the average daily quest value is 54.8 or so. By the way, I got this crunching these numbers together and making a percentage. So that gives us 155 gold per day with the 30 wins of the day and by completing the quest, which is totally doable. I've done it a couple of times before. There's also one quest that's worth 80 gold that's just not happening because it's battling a friend, and that's forbidden in the rules of the challenge. And that gives us a total of 155 per day. So if we add that 155 per day, we multiply that by 15 days, we get 2,325 gold. So that's still 2,500 shy from our goal. And if we add the 1,000 from the one-time quest, that's 3,325. So we're missing 1,600, 1,700 basically. That sounds nice, right? That's not that hard to do. Here's the catch, it is pretty hard. How can you do that? The only way is by playing Arena, because you can't put any money in there. And for Arena you actually have to invest 150 G. Let's talk a bit about breakpoints here. First off, I want to talk about 6 and 7 wins on Arena. If we win 6 times, even if we always win the 85 gold plus 60 gold, which is a random reward, so it's pretty rare to get, we would end up just below break even. That is a total of 145, so we would be losing 5 gold. So actually the real break-even point is 7, which is the diamond forged key. That's 150 to 160, so you're at least breaking even. You might as well get 150 gold and get not a single random reward with gold. So you can actually win 7 games and just break even, which really sucks. What about 8 to 9 wins? 8 to 9 wins is actually where we're gonna start talking in a second. This, you get 100 to 160 gold, so still breaking even in both, but the gold starts ramping up a bit in the random rewards, and you get 2 of them, so at least you're getting a better chance of getting a gold random reward. And finally, 11 to 12 wins. So in 11 wins, you get 195 to 210 G and 2 random rewards, which can be up to 205 gold, which is pretty good. It's pretty nice. 12 wins, it's almost the same, except the base gold is a bit more, and you also get 25 to 35 on a small reward. So that's pretty good. But let's talk about the real life here, right? I'm gonna talk about the top Hearthstone players of June 2018, which is the latest I've got. First off, in America, Master Ben Obi, 8.83 average wins. This is over the course of a month, so it's pretty kind of doable. If you're the best player and you actually run good, you need to have good luck to get these numbers as well. I mean, I'm not saying you don't need to be good. You need to be good and have luck. In case you are good and have luck, you're probably aiming something around 8.8, which is pretty good. I mean, you're an Infinite Arena player by then, and that's pretty awesome. But how would it look in 15 days? Well, to make the numbers a bit easier to comprehend and not put a lot of decimals into them, we're gonna talk about this sweet spot, this guy called Albertus. He's got 8.5 wins, which is a pretty sweet number to crunch numbers with. So that's 0.3 less than the first place, and it's still a pretty solid win rate. Don't get me wrong, if you have 8.5, you're an awesome arena player. You're right there. So, if you're Albertus, okay, you have an 8-point win average. What does this mean for the challenge? Well, as I said a while ago, I crunched the numbers. And 8.5 win average, you have a 150 entry fee and a low variance. The low variance average gold win would be 157. Where do these numbers come from? It's pretty easy. You're getting 150 to 160. So that's basically 155. Plus the thing is, oh sorry, I'm miscalculating. You're basically getting 155 one time and 157.5 the second time. So we're just crunching the numbers there and making it 157 to hit a sweet spot. Instead of 156, we're rounding up. And you're getting, so by that money you're gonna win is only 7G per run. And we're talking here about 11.5 games to get this. And now there's the possibility you win in the 2 random rewards between 20 to 50 gold for one, and for the other you have 20 to 120. So this means that you're winning average in the first case scenario 35 gold if you get the reward, and you have to multiply that by 2 divided by 7. And that also doing the same formula to the Ruby key, which is 120 to 20, that's 100 gold, so 70 is our sweet spot, 20 plus 50, and then we again multiply by 2 divided by 7 for the chance of getting it in a random reward. And well, this is really, the standard deviation is crazy here, right? You could end up getting 10 wins in a row with 120 gold, or you could get no gold at all and you're just winning 7 gold per game. But let's suppose you're playing on the more average place of the curve, so you're winning 15 gold. That's as much as you get. So 157 plus 15 minus 150, that's 22. 22 gold for 11.5 games. That sucks. But how would it be for, how would this look for a 12 win average, right? I mean, it's crazy. 12 win average is basically impossible. But how would it look? So that's 150 gold entry fee. You at least win 250 gold, or well, that's the average win you're gonna get. So that's 100 gold, and the high risk gold win is 35, right? Same formula applies with the 12 wins. So every time you run an arena and win 12 times, you're in average gonna profit 135 gold. That looks pretty cool. So how many wins do we need? If we're at 12 win average, which is just impossible, we would need to do this 13 times to get the gold we were missing. The 1600 gold, 1700 gold we were missing to get to the 5000 gold to win the challenge. That's 12 of them. 12 wins in a row. 13 wins in a row, basically. What about the more possible scenario? 8.5 wins. Well, That's 75 wins. Why is this crazy? Okay, so why is this basically impossible? Let me show you a couple of numbers that will make this a bit more clear, right? What about the time? Time's important. They have 15 days, and everyone has to eat, sleep, and go poop. Well, so let's suppose they take 10 minutes per match, which is kind of low. Arena matches are slow. They usually go into top decking mode, and they take a lot of time unless you somehow manage to make an aggro deck. But let's just give it a sweet spot of 10 minutes per arena match. That's 11.5 games for the 8.5 win scenario. So that's 8.5 wins and 3 losses, right? You would have to play that much games. How much would that make? So multiplying, basically the math here is we needed 75 games. We needed 75 wins. So that's 75 runs. So that's 75 times 11.5 games multiplied by 10 minutes. How much minutes would we need to play then? We would need to play 52,200 minutes basically. That is a lot of time. That is crazy a lot of time. So how much hours is this? We would have to play 869 hours. What about days? 36 days. 24 hours a day, which is basically humanly impossible to do. That's what we need. With an 8.5, this means you're the 11th best player of Arena in the world, and you happen to have accepted the challenge you're streaming, you would need 36 days. So what's my point here? It's not impossible. I mean, I've seen God runs before, people who just win more than expected. It can happen, or someone could be on the nice spot in the Veil where they are actually always earning gold reward when they finish a run instead of getting just 2 random rewards with no gold or low gold. That can happen, but it's hard. If I had to bet, even though I do think it's possible, we might actually see it, that would be awesome. I would bet no one is gonna make it. 15 days for 5,000 gold, it's gonna be who gets a bit higher, around 4,400, 4,500 G, 4,500 G. That's where it's gonna end. This is gonna be more of a who gets there. Instead of a who gets there, it's gonna be more of a who gets the closest. So we're gonna have to see, right? This started today, actually just 2 hours ago, and I was thinking about actually taking part on it. But I think I'd rather do some other stuff with my time than try to grind this much gold into a single new account. But what do you guys think? That's just my opinion, and I'd like to hear yours, so be sure to put it in the comments below. Also, I'm streaming on Twitch, be sure to check me out. And well, this was Treelane. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching.